Travis Scott's third annual Astroworld Festival was supposed to be a crazy night for fans to remember, and it still was, but for all the wrong reasons. The festival had been filled with about 50,000 people waiting to see the rapper perform, and Travis even had Drake as a special guest. A Travis Scott concert alone is usually extremely chaotic and dangerous, let alone an event filled with 50,000 diehard fans. The Astroworld Festival back in 2019 had a major issue with crowd control and saw fans breaking through fences. Live Nation, who is the promoter company of the festival, decided they needed to take more precautions for this year's Astroworld Festival. They tried to prevent chaos by having stronger fencing and barricades, as well as an increased amount of security working the event. Sources say there were 528 on-duty Houston police officers, as well as 755 private security guards hired by Live Nation. So it seemed like they were prepared for Travis Scott's fans and their reputation. Now, regardless of the preparations made, fans still created mayhem all the way from the start of the festival. Eager people decided they couldn't wait any longer to see their favorite rapper as hundreds of fans pushed a fence down and began to rush the stage. People were trampled and stomped over, but this didn't matter to his selfish fans. It's sad to see how brain-dead and careless some of these people could be. The entrance area also was a mess, as hundreds of fans began to rush through the clearance area and even knocked over the metal detector, and it took security roughly a minute or two until they finally got control of the situation. Unlike the breaking of the fence, this situation didn't see any fans injured or trampled over, and instead just saw the entrance getting destroyed. Fortunately, at the moment, it seems there were no fatalities at this moment of the show, but there's no way that everyone walked away injury-free. Fatalities began around 9:15 p.m. as fans began to push towards the front of the stage. Executive Assistant Chief Larry Satterwhite gave his first-hand account of the moment when mass casualties began and said that it seemed like it happened over the course of just a few minutes. Suddenly, we had several people down on the ground experiencing some type of cardiac arrest or some type of medical episode. Many fans have claimed to have been crushed in the crowd and not even being able to move their arms, and some even gave CPR to unconscious concertgoers until police or paramedics were able to help. The worst part of it all is the show continued as people were lifeless on the floor while staff were scrambling to take them away on stretchers. It's not like Travis Scott fans were helpful, as some were still turning up to the concert, although some of them were probably unaware of the situation. Meanwhile, other fans were caught on camera dancing on ambulance cars as people in the crowd begged them to stop. It's honestly pretty disgusting how reckless some of Travis Scott's fans act, and for the rapper himself, it's unclear how much of this is his fault. Some clips of the festival show Travis Scott stopping the show to help a fan he'd seen passed out, while another clip shows a portion of the crowd chanting for the rapper to stop the show as he instead acknowledged a fan climbing a tree. The major question is whether or not Travis Scott knew of the mass casualties going on while he performed. Kylie Jenner had mentioned on her Instagram story that she and Travis Scott were not aware of the fatalities until they saw the news after the show. Meanwhile, other sources say that Houston officials declared the concert as a mass casualty event, and Travis Scott still performed for 37 minutes after the declaration was made. The source also says that Houston police were told by Live Nation that the concert would be cut short, but the rapper still ended up playing his whole set. By the end of the show, 8 people had died, with 2 of the victims being minors, as the youngest age of someone to die was 14 years old. This is the saddest rap news of the year, and Travis Scott, along with Live Nation, needs to take some sort of accountability for the chaos that ensued. Even if none of what's being spread around is true, and Travis somehow didn't know the seriousness of the situation, he still condones the behavior of his reckless fans that create this sort of danger. He was arrested back in 2015 for encouraging fans to rush past security to join his concert, and was charged with disorderly conduct. Travis was arrested again in 2017 for an almost identical situation to his 2015 incident. He was charged with disorderly conduct for a second time after several people were injured, and the rapper pled guilty to the charges. Another situation in 2017 left a fan partially paralyzed after Travis Scott encouraged the victim to jump from the third-story balcony that he was standing on and told the fan that concertgoers will catch him. When the fan did jump, he landed wrong, which led to him being partially paralyzed. With lyrics like "It ain't a mosh pit if it ain't no injuries," and how much he encourages his fans to rage for a good time, it would seem like Travis Scott takes great pride in how crazy his shows can get. It's cool to have fans go crazy at the concerts or even have hyped up mosh pits, but there needs to be a line drawn on what can put fans at risk, and it seems like Travis Scott can never decide that. Another story going around is that there was a crazed fan who was injecting people with drugs, which led to the death of several fans. Although it's unclear if this rumor is true, it was confirmed that a security guard at the event was hospitalized after trying to restrain a citizen and felt a prick on his neck. He was revived at the hospital, and the medical staff noticed a mark on his neck similar to what a needle would leave. It is unclear if others had been injected with the drugs or if any fatalities are drug-related. All around, and the whole thing is tragic, and it's sad that fans who were just wanting to have a good time had to go through all of this, and some didn't even walk away with their lives. So comment what you guys think about the Travis Scott situation and if he should be held accountable, and subscribe to the channel to keep up with rap-related news. Keep the families of the victims in your thoughts and prayers as they go through these tough times. And we'll see you guys in the next video.